moving. So as you guys know, I've spent a lot of time in Toronto over like the past year and a half. I will find pretty much any excuse to go there. Like that one video where I literally went for a mall. I decided to hop on a plane and go to Toronto because the mall there is just so much better and it had all the stores I needed. And everyone in the comments was freaking out about the fact that I flew there just for a mall, but I honestly found any excuse to go there. I would go there for Halloween, I would go there just to hang out, I would go there to go to the mall. I went there for my birthday as well. Like literally any excuse I could find to get out of my own city and go there, I would. And it just kind of got to the point where I was like, okay, in 2019, I think I flew to Toronto like 8 or 9 times. It was getting kind of ridiculous. So it's like, at this point, it's honestly cheaper for me to just live there. So here I am, all packed again, ready to go to Toronto, and I am going to find myself an apartment, hopefully. I really want the lease to start on March 1st. That would be like ideal time for me to move. I'm really excited. But I'm also really anxious because this is going to be my first time ever living alone. I feel so ready though. Like I am so ready to have my own place, but it is scary. And although I do have a pretty big budget, I'm so nervous that I'm not gonna find anything that I like. And it's really not that big of a deal, but I'm just like spooking myself out. This is what happens. Like anytime I try and make a big decision, I just spook myself and then I don't do anything. But I'm making myself do it this time, so. Anyways, let's go to Toronto and hopefully find myself an apartment. So while I was in Toronto, I toured 5 different apartments and I did end up getting one. I signed the lease, I move in March 1st. It's happening. I'm so freaking excited, but I don't want to tell you guys which apartment I ended up getting because I want you guys to guess as we go along. I'm gonna narrate us on this little journey. You're gonna see all the units with me, and yeah, I want you guys to comment down below which one you think I got. I thought it would be a fun game. Now, I'm not gonna lie, apartment 1 definitely set the bar high. This was a really nice building. The lobby was super nice, and the unit itself was pretty big. It was almost 600 square feet, which is definitely on the bigger side with the apartments I toured. My favorite thing about this unit though was that it was on the 49th floor. When you walk into this unit, the first thing you see is a den area, and I was very excited that this had a den because it was really bright and would just be the perfect place for like filming or an office. The next thing you see when you walk past the den area is the kitchen, and I really like this kitchen. It was quite big as well, like the island could fit 4 people, which was really nice, and just the whole thing looked very sleek to me. I was a big fan of it. Moving on to the living room, this was definitely on the smaller side, but I did love how one wall was all windows, and when you're on the 49th floor, definitely had a good view. That was like the best thing this apartment had going for it, was the view. One thing about this unit though that was both a pro and a con for me is that it came fully furnished, which is obviously financially amazing, but I've always just dreamed about decorating my first apartment, so that kind of took that away from me if I were to go with this unit. And also, I just wasn't a huge fan of a lot of the decorations. There were definitely some things that I would want to like shove in a closet or something. Attached to the living room is a little balcony, which was big enough for like maybe a couple chairs and a table. But again, the view was just absolutely insane. The bedroom had a wall of windows, which I really liked, but I really was not loving the decorations I had going on here. And obviously if I moved into this apartment, I would have to keep those decorations. So wasn't loving that. The bedroom also had these 2 skinny closets, which was doable, but definitely not ideal since your girl has a lot of clothes. The bathroom of this unit was really nice as well. I loved how it had storage under the sink and also above the toilet. Not every unit had that, so I really appreciated that in this unit. So that is apartment number 1. Definitely a strong contender. It had a lot going for it. My only hesitation with this unit is that it came furnished, which means, you know, I can't really make it my own. So that was kind of a little bit of a negative for me. And the other thing is that out of all the apartments that we toured, this one was the furthest from my friends. Moving on to apartment number 2. So this one I was really excited about because it had a really great location and I really loved the interior of it. But my hesitation going into this one was that it was going to be really small. And it was. It was only 450 square feet, which if you don't know what that means, it's almost a micro apartment. Like this is a really small apartment. It was so nice though. This apartment was a 1-bedroom, but one thing I really liked about it is that you could almost turn it into a studio because the doors of the 1-bedroom like basically like shoved into the wall, so you could open it up into like a big open space, which was really nice. I definitely appreciate the architecture that went into that. The kitchen was really nice as well, and I really liked the light fixture that they had in there. They also had a really nice light fixture in the hallway. My favorite thing about this unit though would have to be the balcony. This balcony was literally like the size of the living room. It was huge. Like half the apartment is the balcony. It also came with this little barbecue, which was so cute, and I was just thinking about like the summer parties I could have. I could literally fit 20 people on this balcony, so we could all be chilling out there, you know, barbecuing some wieners. The deal breaker with this apartment though was that it only had one very tiny, very skinny closet, and that's just not gonna work for me. Like, girl, I got a lot of stuff and nowhere to put them. I was literally thinking about it. If I were to get this apartment, I would have to use the kitchen cabinets as closet space. Like, that's the only way this was gonna work. I think I saw a movie about that once where like the girl put her shoes in the dishwasher or something. Like, that would be me in this apartment. The bathroom was really cute, but again, just very small. So aesthetically, I loved this apartment. I thought it was great, but practically it definitely just was not gonna work for me. Moving on to apartment number 3. I honestly just don't really remember that much about this apartment because it was by far my least favorite. I do remember it was over 500 square feet though. When you entered it, it had a really nice long hallway, which I liked, and along the way there was a cute little bathroom. And oh look, that's me in the mirror. This apartment was actually really nice, but the way it was decorated just completely threw me off. Like, there were rose petals on the ground and then like these fold out chairs and tables, and I honestly was just confused as to what was happening. I really don't know who was in charge of decorating this apartment, but I would like to talk to them. It had an all-white kitchen, which I'm a big fan of, and it was also pretty spacious. But I'd say one of the best things about this apartment was that it was a corner unit. Corner units are so nice because you get more windows. And it also had a pillar, which I really liked because the house I'm in now has pillars, so it kind of just reminded me of home. The bedroom was spacious. It had some nice windows, a good amount of closet space. But I don't know, this apartment just wasn't doing it for me. Not even just the unit itself, like the whole building. I wasn't vibing with it. So, you know, if you don't vibe with it, you can't buy it. Moving on to apartment number 4. So I really like this one. This is kind of where things started to get a little bit serious. So when we walked into the lobby, the first thing I noticed is that this was set up almost like an old Hollywood movie set. Like, there were studio lights and cameras everywhere, and obviously me being a YouTuber, I'm very familiar with that stuff. So I was just kind of like, oh my God, this is a sign. Like, this is going to be the one. Like, that's what I thought. I was like, this is it. This apartment was 630 square feet, so by far the biggest, which space was a really big thing for me, so I was really excited about that. This apartment had a den, which again, I was really excited about because it would just be perfect for an office or a filming space. This next thing I was so excited about, and I can tell I'm getting old because the fact I was getting excited about this is honestly just sad, but it had a walk-in laundry room, which I know doesn't sound very exciting, but I was just thinking I could put all my ugly stuff in there. Like, I'm a hoarder, I'm gonna be honest. I have so much stuff and I'm gonna have to get rid of a lot of it when I move. But I was thinking, like, if I do hold on to some stuff, and I'm sure I'm gonna accumulate some stuff up there, I can just shove everything in this room and it doesn't matter because I can just like close the door and like pretend it's not there. So I was really excited about that because I was like, that is very practical. That makes a lot of sense for me. I love the laundry room. The kitchen in this unit was huge. There was so much space and it was also very modern looking, which I liked. It had one of those cool fridges that you could open that's kind of like hidden like a cupboard. The living room had tons of space with big windows and a balcony. The bedroom had big windows as well and it had good closet space, which you guys know I've been on the hunt for. The bathroom wasn't the cutest, but you know, you can't win them all, so I could overlook that. And it did have one of those cool mirrors that had like storage behind it, so I liked that as well. With the amount of space and good lighting in the big kitchen, I was pretty much sold, especially on the laundry room. Like, the laundry room really got me. So I was pretty much sold on this unit, but I did have one more to tour the next day, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna tour that one before I make any decisions. So moving on to apartment number 5. This one was 590 square feet, which is a pretty good size, so I was excited to tour this one. And And I also was excited because this one was so close to my friend Chloe. Literally like a 3-minute walk, which is amazing and by far the closest out of all the apartments I toured. This unit was a 1-bedroom plus den, and I really liked the flooring that was all throughout the apartment. It was really, really nice. The kitchen was straight out of Pinterest. Like, it was so nice with the white and then the wooden accents. I loved it. I literally could not have designed a better kitchen myself. I also liked how they carried the feel from the kitchen into the bathroom with the same kind of wooden accents on the cupboards there, and then the whole bathroom was white. Because of the wooden accents, I kind of felt like the whole apartment had like this boho vibe, which I was really into. The bedroom had a walk-in closet, which you guys know at this point was very exciting for me. It also kind of gave the illusion of a corner unit as they had it all like windows along where the balcony was. I really liked that touch. And then it had like a window on the other wall as well. It had a pretty spacious living area which went out into a balcony. So overall, I really, really liked this apartment. My only hesitation was that it was still technically under construction. So a lot of the amenities weren't completely done yet, and I just wasn't sure how I felt about moving into an apartment that was still under construction. When it came time for me to make a decision between the 4th and the 5th apartment, I struggled. I really did not know what I wanted. But I actually did manage to get me making the decision on camera, which is kind of cool. But I will warn you, the footage is very ugly, so enjoy. Okay, I literally never vlog when my hair's not done and I have no makeup, but I've just been racking my brain trying to decide between 2 apartments, and I don't know what to do. So I thought maybe I should talk it out on camera and just, you know, see if I figure it out, because I really need to make a decision today. So, okay, so the 2 I'm considering is the 4th and 5th one that I toured. So for a minute there, I thought the 4th one was no longer available, and I was so upset, and I was like, well, that was the one I wanted, like blah, blah, blah. But then I found out it actually is available, and now I don't know if I want it. So when it wasn't available, I wanted it. Now that it is available, I don't know. I'm very conflicted between the 2. They're both great options, and I know I can be happy at either one of them. I'm very lucky to be able to afford either one of them. But you know, this is a big decision. It's going to be my first time ever living alone, new city, and I really just want this to be a good year. So I think, you know, part of having a good year is having a good living environment. So I don't know what to do. I don't know. But I need to decide literally like now. Like within the next hour, I need to know what I'm doing. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip a coin, and then, so we're gonna say heads will be the new under construction apartment, tails will be the old one, and then if I'm disappointed with what I land on, then I know? I don't know. Okay, wait. Heads was new one, tails was the old one. Okay. It's but I think I want. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. This shit works.